Tammy Bruce is host of Get Tammy Bruce on Fox Nation and a Fox News contributor. If only for the left it were funny. I would imagine they're apoplectic over this.
They are, because, you know, Twitter and their control of Twitter really represented their worldview, that they control the national conversation. They decide who gets to be heard. They cancel a New York Post, a Hunter Biden story, a Donald Trump. But bigger than that, bigger than creating silence, is that it sends a message to everyone else that unless you conform, you will be erased. That's what Twitter has meant to the left. And by bringing Trump back, that is simply a symbol that, A, the left has failed, but that their entire basis of controlling the national conversation, as a result gaining power, stopping information that they don't like, is now over. If you can lose Twitter, then you've lost the national conversation, that people have not agreed with what you're doing. And Jack Dorsey's chimed in with this. The ones complaining now are the ones who know that their ideas cannot survive in a free environment with conversation.
Well, look, it certainly brings home the point that they weren't having a conversation before. This was never about an open debate.
Correct.
All they had to do was just shadow ban people and crush them with stickers and suspensions, and nobody had to come up with a copious thought about how to debate a topic.
The ultimate
So will they exit Twitter is my question, because I don't think any of them are growing a debate hand.
Well, look,
right?
they can't let go of Trump. They're the ones stalking him. They talk about him. Everything is Trump. That they're obsessed stalkers. Of course they will stay. He exists in part in their minds because they have nothing else to say and do. They fear him. And they should, because, you know, he and the rest of America's noticed that he is the one with ideas. He's the one that gets things done. He's the one, though, and they fear him because they can't control him, other than with something like this, because he's not afraid of them. He's got his own world.
He doesn't need them.
He doesn't need them. He doesn't need their approval.
The hits keep on coming for the Biden administration's controversial new disinformation governance board. It's so Austin Powers. How Republicans introducing a bill to immediately defund it, with Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy writing this: President Biden's Ministry of Truth is an egregious abuse of government overreach. This is nothing more than a ploy by the Biden administration to exert its influence over Americans' free speech. In fact, it was the reflexive response to Elon Musk closing in on that
within
deal
days
to buy Twitter within 48 hours.
I mean, that is what is so obvious to everyone. The timing, they don't even think about the timing, but that's what revealed them, is that when they realized, and this confirms the value of Twitter to them, that was their disinformation board, was Twitter. It sent signals to all other media as well. Now they just had to admit that, all right, we're going to have to do it ourselves, which they will screw up. And with Austin Powers, at least we had Elizabeth Hurley. We don't even get her with this. So that there's not even the benefit of that, or fun and good music. It's not going to exist. They will screw it up. But it also moves us into a realization that's important for Americans to know. This is who the Democrats have become. For every Democrat out there who's a classical liberal, you should be shocked. I'm still wondering where the ACLU is in this regard. Everything has collapsed on the left, and it's a shame.
Tammy Bruce, great to have you in focus today. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.